We have a question for you. If these models wearing a cervical collar look this uncomfortable and presumably don't even have a spine injury, how uncomfortable is it for people with an injury? What if we then told you that these collars that can cost hundreds of dollars may not even work? Introducing Kuzco, a comfortable and effective approach to cervical spine injury.
Our 3D printed cervical collar is tailored to a patient-specific CT scan measurements to provide a collar that is comfortable to wear for a long period of time while still keeping the cervical spine completely stabilized to ensure a proper recovery. First, we take the patient's CT scan measurement from the hospital and input this variable into our 3D printer software. Once these measurements are in the software, the customer cervical collar will be printed in two pieces out of a rigid polymer called T-line, and we will snap together via two lashes on either side of the collar. Lastly, we will cut and place a super cushioning, sweat-wicking polyurethane foam inside the collar for maximized comfort.
It is estimated that in the year 2020, there will be 3,420,000 spinal surgeries worldwide, with 63% of the surgeries being performed in the US. That's over 1.14 million collars being used per year. With the adult population getting increasingly older, these numbers will only increase with time. Our target market are hospitals in the US that have a neurosurgery or orthopedic surgery unit where patients receive spinal surgery.
Kuzco is not without its competitors. As you can see, I'm currently wearing the gold standard of clinical cervical collars. It's known as the Aspen. Aspen, as most other cervical collar companies do, give up stability in favor of a broader fitment range. This collar is offered in a pediatric and an adult and costs a patient around $500. Kuzco stands to address this by taking the patient's individual measurements from a CT scan and 3D printing a unique collar for each patient.
To help bring our device to market, we are asking for a $50,000 investment. This will help us purchase enough printers to meet current cervical collar demand and will help cover our initial startup costs to produce them, which includes rent, utility costs, and raw materials. We expect to have a 17% return on investment within 1 year of our product hitting the market. Our 5-year goal is to begin to sell to hospitals around the U.S., outside of the state of Alabama, and eventually penetrate the global cervical collar market.
If we sell 1,000 cervical collars in 1 year, we generate a revenue of $230,000. After subtracting cost of goods sold, staying in the innovation depot, and administrative and miscellaneous expenses, that still gives us $150,000 left. In other words, if we capture 0.08% of the market our first year, we split $150,000 between the four of us.